Longest day, shortest night. Noxy, thought. Oh, things took a dark turn. Anyway, I'll show you my t-shirt talk through that in a minute. It started to rain. There's a dark, lumbering energy. It's supposed to be like that, though. It's a passing spirit thing. I turned this up the other day. It was the wrong way up. It was like it for a reason. I watch it. I call them sigils. You know, little message things. This big happy thing that I have. It was a gift from someone before. It was hanging up the other way, so it was upside down. But yesterday I had to turn it back up the other way. And it's to do with spirit baths. I was talking before, and I used to do my, what do I used to call it, chickpea? My shana flow. And the spirits come and use it like a bath, like a shower. They come, they're attracted to different lights. I don't do it very often, but meditation kind of does the same thing. So they go through and they use it like angel food. What's like you're dribbling on about now? Well, you know, just all this classic thing. And basically I was just laying down here and looking at you won't be able to see it probably, the thornless blackberry. And there's an eye in it. It looks a bit like Pan. Watch out for Pan. It's the green man. But there was an eye. I could see the eye in there. I can't see it now, but it was looking. But the trees are always watching. I've said this before. And I was looking at this as well, because I've got the star up there, which is just something that collected, and I often think it's like my stable. Like, you know, I'm born in a barn sort of thing, but it just makes me laugh. I just found it on the road one day. But there's the triangle there. And I was looking at that, thinking of it being like the pyramid stage over the weekend when I was laying down. It was sort of tipping over. But I tell you, I was thinking about it as well, because it reminds me of that picture of Aleister Crowley when he's got that triangle hat on. So I know he's always around doing night of Pan with people. The longest night. So the shortest night, see, it's not so bad. I was talking to someone about that earlier on, and the solstice, and how like the longest day and the shortest night's like, well, night would be like depression kind of. So on the talk about it. Nah, I think I've been shot in the back as well. I know, 9 of Swords. Story of my life. We've all been shot in the back. I think so. It makes things fair, doesn't it? It's an evening out. It's the great reset. So there we go. I just thought I'd bring you up to date with that. The trees are always watching. But I said that before, didn't I? Babe, I put it on Instagram. I noticed all the trees had eyes. I know it's the where like branches have come out, but they've all got eye shapes in. So when you start picking what's the thing? When you start getting the messages, you sort of see the messages are everywhere, and then they put you in hospital and feed you up with antipsychotics. And you have to run out and lock the door and say, no, thanks, not today, thank you. Not today, thank you. This isn't my belief system. I do something completely different. It's true. What do I think about the cackling man shooting all the jackdaws? Well, people do the things in a different way, don't they? Druis. I'm a Druis, I think. I've got fiery on my wall. What's a Druid? Druis is like I don't know, is it like a high priestess thing? But everyone's got different words for things. Is that because I went and licked the tool that time? Go and leave a bone at the till. Go and leave your grief there. The stones talk to each other though, don't they? All the stones. We know this. I've got a thing about stones and crystals and all. I do it my style. It's like stop bleeding on about it. Well, you got to give offerings in different ways, don't you? I know, because I was thinking about the same thing with the blackbird. I put the blackbird up as an offering. It's like I didn't actually take that myself. Someone else did it, and I found it under a pile of things down the side of my alley. But I'll always throw them up to the air spirits, let them go free, and they should come back and help you, I suppose, or something. It's the white horse, isn't it, that carries us. what's the White Horse War? Well, I suppose part of it's getting other people to believe it, but part of it's one of those circle things, isn't it? It can mean a lot of different things, but that's part of the Easter egg hunt. You can't tell people what's like, can you? Because we're on a slightly different path. That's the twin flame thing partly as well, isn't it? It's like you walk the same path but with a slightly different perspective. Sort of, I think. Is that true? The growth path. It's always messy as well, isn't it, they say? Well, not always, they say, but the twin flame path is supposed to be a fucking mess. That's why I like the bin pictures. It just made me laugh. It just made me laugh anyway. I love this t-shirt now. It's smart, isn't it? Glass tops. Glass day. I was going to put glass dock on it like this one, but I just was driven to do the PS because I was going to do like Black Ops. I said, didn't I? There's a dot there as well, glass dots. And we've got to think about Black Ops because it's like Call of Duty person. And I used to sing, there's that other Goldie Looking Chain song, Xbox Live. And I used to sing playing Black Ops up Mile Cross, which is just up the road. You just do these things, don't you? I think it's brilliant. I love it so much. And I just think it's funny that it says 2093. It's supposed to be like 2023 on it. But do you know what? I was obviously playing it down a wormhole. I mean, painting it. And then what did it add up to? It was 14, wasn't it? Which is 7 mature. And a 19 came through as well, I could see, from when I painted it inside out. And it says glass stock on the other side. There's a 19 on it somewhere. So that's 1977. What's 7 to me? Well, 7 mature is it came up on a meme, so I've just taken it and I just play with it a lot, but it's a lucky number, isn't it? I forgot what it is in Pratchett. I think 7's unlucky in Chinese, but it's Ronaldo's number 7, and 7's just it just tickles me. 5's the number of change often because it's like the star, isn't it? And I've forgotten in the Kabbalah tree what 7 is as well, something in that. And they were supposed to be the bands that were playing, as you can see, because it's on tour. I said that before, didn't I? What does it say? Well, CN3, which is supposed to be like CND, but it like goes in with the carbon, not nitrous or whatever it's called, the cans. Can free, and they say that, don't they? I'm flying can free, CN free, but then it's sin free as well because it's got no calories in it. So it's like, do you know what? People just have these things, don't they? The Big Charlie Say So. That's funny because that's just like when you're on for fucking Charlie, it's like the Big Charlie Say So, but it's like that was supposed to be like a U rune, but it's not right, is it? And say so, because that just goes in with the environmental thing. Kits and knocks. That's a double meaning thing as well, isn't it? Because knocks is like the longest night. Kits can be knits or guns. And knocks can be like, getting knocked. Having knits. It's a political statement. The blue leaf blacklist, but it also goes blue black pans. I was going to do blue leaf. I was going to do blue leaf, red leaf, gold leaf, like for the papers, but I just ended up doing that. It just came. And then pans. It was supposed to be Pan's Harpy, which is like a mermaid, isn't it? But it ended up coming out as Pan's Harrop. It was going to be Pan's Heart, but it ended up being Pan's Harrop. It's got a double R in it though. I think that was someone peeping through. Short on gas again, families. That just makes me laugh because that's another. No, was it short on gas? The short on gas family, because well, do you know what? It made me laugh even more when those people were going home early saying it's terrible. I thought they were probably short on gas and had to go home. I mean, jumping to massive conclusions, but people judge, you know, they can't afford gas, but they can afford this or that or the other. And it's like, but also like the environmentals are always short on gas, aren't they? They got low consumptions. It is a family, the whole lot. It's a whole family. Or the other one I thought when I was doing it was like, oh yeah, I can't make it, I've got no gas. It's like sometimes you just say it because you don't want to go somewhere. The chalk men, well, that's to do with the chalk man on the hill, but also the chalk men, you know, when you draw chalk lines around people, and Charlie Chalk people, and just dust men that blow away. I don't know, there's a lot of things really. The White Horse War, well, there's how many white horses are there, and the arguments over the, you know, things. And I think that's also white horses, sometimes ketamine, isn't it? And horses, another drug as well. Or is it? Do you know what? It's all just double meanings and relative political statements. Peacekeeper, Avalon safe. I mean, I think a lot of people go there for a purpose of just, you know, just say GM no. A fixed religion. A lot of people had enough. I was doing that when I was looking at the clouds yesterday. They feel like lab rats, a lot of young people, and they've got no way of coming out of or see no way out of it. They're probably called by the tour. The stones. They want them there. Swallows and swifts. There was a lot of those around yesterday. Feeding. It's long. Let's drink some more of this old coffee. I got this up the road today. My neighbour had it dumped in her front garden, this stool. I was thinking, she's always chucking stuff out at night. The council have to cut all. She has to pay to have it dumped away. I don't know where it came from. So I'm going to give it a scrub up. I think it's brilliant. And that jug was there as well, so I've brought that back. So it's just what I wanted. I'll get some soap out and give it a battering. What's my Crowley deck say? I don't know, it's upstairs. I don't really play with it very often. I just got it. When did I get that? That was funny as well, because I ended up buying it. When I bought it, was it Smart? I thought that's the perfect time to get Thoth. I was called to get it. I normally just play with Pamela, or she plays with me. Pamela Coleman Smith. Noxy. I don't know the decks that well, I just do it my ways. Sometimes I get the instructions out if I'm called to do that and read what I'm supposed to be doing, but otherwise she's shown me how to play. She's done it on other people as well. So I don't always know exactly, but I like that as well. You have to leave things a bit open sometimes. Oh God, my back. What's making this poppy tea? Don't talk about it. I'm literally just using the leaves in tea. The being happy thing, probably. for the spirit baths. The new spirits and the old spirits. Sometimes they don't know what to do when they've first gone. I found that before. Hey, look, there's an old bee up there with great red trousers. I feel even more like a juggler today with these on. Look. There's a load more. Hey, look, that's a good signal. Three water lily flowers today coming out from the darkness. That one's sunk down a bit, but you know what? Looking on the positives. Water out for the birds. I might give them a few raisins. Just, you know, something sweet. Some of them like something sweet, don't they? They're drawn to an energy. Pan's a man with a great big van. Panhandles. I was tipping pan before, wasn't I? I haven't done it for ages. What do you have to do? You have to throw water in your face. Can tip pan. That might be where that thing keeps calling off, actually. I forgot what I used to say. I've not done it for ages. Talk about Pan's Gate. Pan's Gate's just here. It's part of the four thing, isn't it? Like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, or whoever you use, and then you have to accept the darkness. So Pan's kind of that. This ended up being Pan's Gate because I can't actually use it, and then I put pans in it, and so I sometimes put cursed things in there just to keep them safe. If there's a bit of a dark energy, I stick them in Pan's Gate until they've blown off a bit. It's just a bit like an anchor. Go and have a look around here. Why are the pans on there? I didn't know what else to do with them. I was using them to stand plants in. But there's Pan's Gates all over the place, isn't there? People have them. They're all around estates. Look, there's a pan. The other one's fallen off. With those two swans that, do you know what, they're a weird family. They had to go in there. I couldn't cope with them anywhere. They were definitely cursed. So I gave them to Pan. Green man. The nymphs of the forest. But he relates to, who else did we find he relates to before? I've forgotten. I'll remember when I'm supposed to. Partisan. I keep looking at this as well. The pigs around sniffing the brush up. They're after the bristle. Sniffing the bristle. I'll move that as well. It's done its job and it came to me yesterday. I was looking at it for ages. I like to give it a squeak sometimes because I'm here for the pig. In the Chinese law book. Ring a bell. I'll ring a blue bell today. For the spirits. Spirits like blue, don't they? They see in blue, apparently. I don't know if that's true or not. What's blue? Blue's lots of things. Blue's because in with the cosmos, can't it? I was thinking about the blue bins as well because the black and blue, isn't it? But blue's the cosmos. I was thinking maybe black's the Tao because it could represent the Tao, couldn't it? And it's just full of rubbish. And the cosmos is full of recycling. I don't really know. Do you know what? Sometimes it's just useful to think about dumb things, isn't it? And the 7 room as well, didn't I? I got the 7 room in the Illuminati pyramid when I went in that time, when I was using that stone as a control stick. I left the 7 room open. There's the magic room, wasn't it? There's a new door open. There's a new door open. I wish you'd go in and pick up all my things. But, so I'm in the 7 room. I think about that a lot as well. Not that much, eh? Just occasionally. Kits and knocks. Kits are, what else are kits? Hair kits. They're kits, aren't they? Do hairs have kits? Leverets. What has kits then? Ferrets. Little brown blackbird. Is it a juvie or a missus? Little pigeon. In flight. A little brown bird. Let's give him some raisins. Just a few. Angels in flight. Favours appear when angels are near. I found a favour on the way to council. Look. So I stuck it in my hair. We'll have to go to council for. Do you know what? We're on a journey, aren't we? But just keep things, I can't concentrate on one thing all the time. I've got other things to think about. I had 2 donuts as well. Do you know what? I went to bed because I wanted to get cake. I was just in a cakey sort of mood. And then I didn't get what I was going to get. I ended up with donuts. And they always make me think, it's police. Police donuts. Police just eat donuts, don't they? So that's all they do. Eat donuts and drink coffee. There was anything else. I won't be a policeman, to be honest. I'll just drink coffee and eat donuts all the time. Dialyses of what? The cosmic fucking fuzz, mate. It's the cosmic poo. Oh no, shit, mate. Why'd you go? It's the Ro-Ro. It's the Ro-Ro, mate. Isn't it enough? Is that enough droning on? I can't remember what I uploaded and what I didn't. I didn't know if I showed you, but I put this in the other day. It just made me laugh when I was dressing up my basket when I was being the buff Cornish fairy. With my wands that I'd made at a thing before. This is a wand that I made at a going out day, and it reminded me of a little spanker as well. But it just tickles me. It's got a heart on it. So that's just in there. There's a dragonfly because I found it. It's an old handle, but then I put the cape of invisibility on it. I just picked that up before, and it was hanging on. It was hanging on this charmed post that we made a different day. The cape of invisibility, but I needed it to go in my basket. It tickles people sometimes, doesn't it? They notice little things, and they can. It's the Easter eggs again. What else is on it? Oh, there's a little dream catcher for the medicine wheel. The strawberry I just took as a bag in it. I don't know if I'd have did it. The wings fell off the green fairy a long time ago, so I've not got around to gluing them back on again. I think I was trying to do something and I snapped them off. There's some of my other hag stones. I'll just show you those. They get given to you, don't they? Actually, bizarrely, I found them all at relevant, what do we call them, quarters? I can't remember. I found that one under a moon in the sea. They've all come from the sea, apart from I think that was in the woods. I've got a river one somewhere as well. That was a dark energy when I got it. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, I don't know if it's that one. That was a horrible dark energy when I found that one. I felt awful for days afterwards. About a good couple of weeks. Until it cleared. Sometimes spirits are like that though. I've said that before, haven't I? A new spirit comes when they first come from wherever they've been. They've got a lot of dark energy that they have to, that's what you call a hanging spirit. Well, what do you do with them? I just make them feel as welcome as possible usually. Meet it with love, blah blah. Unless they start smashing my pots, and then it's just like, you know what, you're a dickhead. You know what, you fuck off and go smash pots somewhere else. I'll just smash the pots then, I don't need the fucking pots. Smash them. It's like, I'm Buddhist now, I don't need these pots. They've probably got some jit from something else, haven't they? I don't know. But that's the tracking thing. It keeps you slightly on I don't know, it's like a sit down time, isn't it? I've said that before as well. They sit on you. Right, this one's been... I think I've got protective spirits, so they let different things through, usually. Only if you need to be sat on, for whatever reason. They'll just put a sitting on your spirit down. Dunno. I don't know what I'm going to put on my back actually. I'll find something. I'll make some rub and do some yoga. You really want to see that eye? Let's see if I can see it. I can see it when I was laying down. Oh, I think it's actually... I'll show you, and then I'll show you where I can sort of see it. I can't see it exactly like I was seeing it before, but it was there. And then the eye is inside. It's like a blackberry or something. But from where I was lying, I was being watched. And then I realised it looked like, first of all, it looked like a heart, a green heart, and then I decided it was like a green man or Pan. I decided it was probably what it was, Pan actually, but it's in green because of my Pan's gate. And hey, look, the wren. Rendell. Druid's bird. I don't know if it's a Welsh thing. I can't remember. Do you know what? There's so many tales, isn't there? So be told. You just pick up what's useful, usually. Well, if you've got enough to carry anyway. I can't take any more. I'm just going to take this wren thing. I like that. I haven't got one of those. I'm going to take this wren story. I just like wrens anyway. Like the farthing. Was it silver shilling? What was the wren on? the oak tree. The bull spirit lives in the oak tree, doesn't it? So he's there. I grew that oak, you know, myself. For an acorn. Well, I didn't. Do you know what? Nature, the green man grew it for me. But let me have it. He gave it a present. And if I'm naughty, I'll probably take it away again. There's another reading thing. Right. Pan needs a dressing down. He does the dressing down, doesn't he? Dressing up and dressing down. Pan loves the dressing down. And a night out in a dressing gown. Hey, the wren's going. That's the box up there. I'm not supposed to show you, but it's covered. I'm hoping it won't happen. They have a nest again. It's just busy building. Building. Maybe it's not the right time to have a clutch. It's nice that they hopple around to eat the bugs. It's like a nightingale, aren't they? They say. They sing like a nightingale. Remember that crow got killed and I brought it home and left it on my table and filmed the whole thing. As it decayed, I covered it in flowers. Then what did I do with it? I was going to make it into a puppet with a dog at the head. Because they do funerals for each other, don't